Hello everyone and happy vegan month. Yes, today's recipe is inspired by the whole month of November being vegan month, and I'm going to show you how to make my vegan pumpkin pie. To start off with, I've got myself some vegan ginger snaps. So I think for a lot of these ingredients in this recipe, you might have to go to maybe a more specialised food shop, somewhere like Whole Foods that do a whole massive range of, you know, dairy-free, vegan stuff, wheat-free, gluten-free. Those kind of stores are going to have everything that you need. So ginger snaps in here. All I'm going to do is make the biscuit base now. So instead of a pastry base, I'm going to have like a biscuit base. I've got some ground almonds going in, a bit of cinnamon, vanilla, sugar, and some coconut oil actually. But you could just use a bit of peanut oil instead. Just want something with not too much of a strong flavour. We're going to start by breaking up all the biscuits. Now if you have a food processor, you can actually do this in a food processor. It's much easier. But I don't have mine here, so I'm going to have to do it another way. So I'm just going to break these into small bits. If you have a rolling pin, you could put this all into a bag and smash them. But again, I don't even have a rolling pin. Well, there's a will, there's a way, people. Bottle of wine, but please be careful. I did clean it first. Right, okay. So get them as fine as you can, and yes, I might have a glass of this in a bit. Go quite nicely with my pie. Right, so now I'm going to add a few more ingredients. I'm going to be using some brown sugar. And I will put the quantities of everything up on my recipe site, so click the link in the description box and it'll take you to like the full recipe there. So brown sugar going in, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Now here I have some ground almonds or almond meal. Again, about half a cup. I'm just going to mix these together just to get make sure everything is really fine. Much easier in a food processor. To combine everything together, I'm actually going to use a couple of tablespoons of, this is coconut oil, some organic coconut oil. So it's kind of firm, it's almost a bit like butter. I actually use this stuff as like to put on my body as well, because it's actually very good for you. Okay, so there you go, coconut oil, it's very moisturising. But you can eat it, it's fantastic. Right, now just kind of, you want to just mix this all together in now. Pour the mixture into your pie dish. So I've got myself a pie dish. And you want to pat it down with the back of the spoon and kind of push it up along the sides as well, because you want it to make a pie crust. Like so. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to put this into the oven for about 10 minutes just to kind of get it firmer before we put the filling in. So do leave me a comment, who likes vegan out there? Who's super duper healthy and or does it for health reasons? So when it's as firm as you can possibly get it, pop it into the oven for about 10 minutes. So while the pie crust is baking, you've got 10 minutes and you can make your pumpkin filling, because it's really easy. If you have time to make your own pumpkin puree from scratch, fantastic. If you don't, then you can just get yourself, this is 100% pure pumpkin puree. Saves a lot of time and it's actually fantastic. So there are some things which I like, and this is one of them. Anyway, pour your pumpkin into a large bowl, brown sugar, or you could use coconut sugar even, or you know, whole palm sugar, natural sugars. And I'm using some of this, which is basically, it's light cream cheese, but it's not. It's made from tofu. So this is going to give the creaminess that you want in the pumpkin pie. This is some pumpkin pie spice, which is just a blend of spices basically. It's got things like, oh, that's my oven. And it's got things like cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice. What else has it got? Cloves, I think. Ginger, yeah, all those basically. So you want about a teaspoon's worth of that going in there. I'm also going to add a couple of teaspoons of corn flour or corn starch, some more almond meal, so some ground almonds going in, and 1 tablespoon of my coconut oil. Again, This just helps with the flavour and texture. Beat everything together. Well, again, you can do this in a food processor if you have one. Make life easy. Mix it all together until it's nice and smooth. And now you can actually have a taste of it now to make sure it's kind of sweet enough for you. That is good. Very happy with that. I don't like mine too sweet, but yeah, add more sugar if you want to. Now I've taken the pie crust out. So pour the filling straight in. Now this is a lot thicker than the normal kind of like pumpkin pie recipe I would do, but that's because it doesn't have any eggs in it. And it's just gonna set now by itself. So it does have to be pretty thick, like so. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now smooth it down. Make sure you go right to the edges. Right, now this is ready to go back into the oven for another 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes until it's all cooked through. Now, we're going to leave this to cool down. You can serve it warm if you like, but I would just leave it to kind of stand and set for maybe like 10 minutes or so. And as you can see there, it's firmed up, but once it's cool at room temperature, it'll be a lot firmer. I always like to have something to add on to my pumpkin pie. So what I'm going to do, obviously the vegan recipe, I'm going to use some more of the tofu cream cheese, my cheating cream cheese. And I'm just going to whip it up with some icing sugar. So that's going to be something that you can just add a dollop of on top of each slice. You mix in there. This stuff's quite tough, so you do need to give it a good whip. Alright, bit of icing sugar. It's almost like you're making, you know, instead of putting cream on top, just put this on. And I'm just going to add like about a tablespoon of water to it. It's really good, this stuff, actually. Quite surprised. Tofu tea. I'm liking your style. Right, okay. So that's ready. Now, you could either serve this whole on the middle of the table and let everyone take a slice, or put it onto, you know, individual plates, cut it up yourself. So I hope you all really enjoy this recipe, and please do let me know if you feel like trying out something vegan. Let me know what you think of the recipe. And happy vegan month, everyone. Hope you at least try one dish that is vegan this month. And thank you very much for watching. I do new recipes every single Wednesday, so hit subscribe, and if you click the little box that says send me an email, then you won't miss any of my recipes. So see you all again next week. I'm gonna just have a little taste with some of my tofu cream. Oh, dump all that on top. Let you know what it all tastes like. A bit of that, a bit of crust. That, my friends, a very tasty pumpkin pie. In fact, you probably wouldn't even know that it's vegan. Job done.